Welcome to the second game of today. Boshundhara City Club Last Man Stands powered by Ace tournament, and today the second game is about to commence with cricketers Comilla opting to bat first. Old boy's return is fielding, and both the batsmen Saifullah and Ahmad Anando are taking guard. And it was a great, exciting game that we witnessed today, which had a very, very thrilling finish. We expect that the second game will also have something similar. Mahamudul bowling the first delivery. That was very, very good fielding. They put a lot of effort, every commitment shown to save a single. Sharir Ahmed Ononno is on strike. Down the track, goes over extra cover, and that's a six. What a classy looking shot to get things underway. Six to get the scoreboard moving, over extra cover, down the track to the pitch of that ball. Such a classy way to commend. Probably it's a sign to show what we will witness today from the batting side. Sending a strong message from the get-go. Guided down to third man, and there is a third man placed for that particular shot. Hence, only one run for Anando. Cricketer Comilla are batting first in. We are at the Mirpur City Club. Boshundhara City Club Last Man Stands powered by Ace. Sponsored by T Sports. This time, Saifullah, facing his first delivery, guides it down or pushes it through the offside for a comfortable single. Mahamudul is bowling his last ball of the first over, which has wielded 8 runs so far. Once again, played with soft hands on the offside, and he finds the gap. Wow! It almost went to the boundary, but the fielder stops it with his legs, and hence results a couple of runs. Playing with soft hands, and that finishes the first over with the score at 10 for no loss. Batsman goes down the ground. Now there's an opportunity for a catch, but it was strange. The fielder kind of pulled out of. I think he lost sight of that ball. I think there was an easy opportunity for a catch, but the fielder just missed out. He wasn't able to pick up the flight of the ball. And the batsman will feel a sigh of relief. Short and wide. That was a bouncer attempted, but it's been given as a wide. Normally you don't see a lot of attempted bouncers in LMS cricket. because the bowlers are not really bowling with the pace that you normally see in higher level cricket. Saddam, the bowler here, again bowls it short and wide, and it's been guided down to third man for an easy single by Saifullah. Sorry, beg your pardon, Anando. Saifullah is now back on strike, who hit a classy six in the first over of the innings. Again, short and wide. This time it's cut away with power, and he finds the boundary. This was not a dab. This was a full-fledged cut shot, which found the gap between the two fielders fielding at point and third man, and that Saifullah picks up his second boundary with a score at 17 for none. Saddam now. Again, that was an attempted bouncer, short and wide. Again, once again, the same shot, but this time he beats the point fielder to his right. The previous went towards the left of the point fielder, but this time same fielder is beaten to his right, and another boundary results with the score at 21 for none. With some serious hitting from Saifullah from the very beginning of the innings. Once again, it's looking to cut, but mistimed, which goes straight down the ground. Flat batted straight down the ground for a single to finish the second over, and it's 22 for none. The batting side has already sent a strong message on how they are going to approach this innings. Both the batsmen, Saifullah and Anando, are batting on 11. One has faced 5 deliveries, the other has faced 6 deliveries. So both have already got their eye in, and both look very comfortable already at the crease. Oh, and there's an appeal for a caught behind now, but there is no response from the umpire. The batsman looking to play that late cut, that late dab towards third man. And there was great excitement from both the bowler and the wicket keeper, but no response from the umpire. Ooh, that was a risky little late cut. It was right at off stump, but he somehow managed to get some bat on it at the last moment. It was very risky because he had very little width to play that shot. Short outside the line of off stump, but dragged on the leg side. Dragged and pulled away on the leg side for a boundary. That was an interesting shot. It was way outside the line of off stump, but the batsman dragged it and found the gap on that leg side boundary for another boundary. This time played with soft hands toward that deep third man fielder for a single. Guided down to third man once again. We've already seen that shot quite a few times today. And that ends the third over with the score at 29 for none. Saiful on strike, batting on 13. Short and wide, cut away, but this time finds the deep point fielder for a single. Unable to find the gap like he did in the last over. And it's been a real, common shot, the cut shot in this innings so far. We've seen a lot of dabs, a lot of full-fledged cuts, but they're peppering that offside field. Once again, short outside the line of off stump, and once again there's an opportunity for a catch, but it's been spilled. And it, insult to injury, it also goes to the boundary for a 4. Now that is very, very disappointing. The bowler looks very disappointed with the effort of the fielder. And the batsman, Anando, gets the life, and he moves to 20 with that boundary. Very, very sloppy work from the fielder there. This time finally bowled into the body. No width offered, and the batsman couldn't get it away. It's been a very, very good start so far from cricketers Comilla. Haven't lost a wicket, and they've already laid a good platform to launch from here. Dab down to third man once again for a single. I think normally in last man stands cricket, when the openers have been together for at least 4 overs, I think this is the time when both the players should be looking to go after everything, because they found the pace of the pitch, they found their rhythm, they found their confidence, and I think it's time to fully capitalize on this start that they've gathered for themselves. Oh, I think that's an opportunity for a cotton ball, but it's also been spilled. That's the second drop catch of the over, and this time the bowler has no one to blame but himself. And that results in a single to end the 4th over. Another disappointment for the bowling side. And that takes the score to 36 after 4 overs. And we're starting the 5th over. Sanjay Chakraborty is into the attack. He's bowling with an interesting action. He puts a lot of effort in his run-up, and it's a slight burst of energy to release the ball. Once again, bowling from a very short run-up, but a sudden burst of energy out of nowhere, and that really catches the batsman by surprise. Kind of reminds you a bit of Jasprit Bumrah. Hardly has any effort at the starting of their run-up, but once again, it's the 3rd delivery of the over, and it's been hit away down the ground for a single. When you're bowling with such a short run-up and such a skiddy run-up, generally you are going to finish your overs very quickly. Even before the batsman is taking out. He's already ready to bowl his fourth delivery. And spin down the leg side. Wide. Gives the batsman nothing. And no time to think whatsoever. It's been hit away on the offside, flat batted towards that deep cover fielder for a single. Very skiddy type of bowler is Sanjay Chakraborty. Releases from a short height, skids onto the batsman. Ooh, looking for a big hoik, but misses it altogether. Does Saifullah. Again, once again, skidded low. Not the bounce that he expected. And that is what Sanjay Chakraborty offers. And that ends the fifth over. A very rush over comes to an end. And the score is 39 for none. And there will be a change here at the com box with Alif Tasnim taking the mic over.
Thank you so much, Akib. It's been a decent start for cricketers Comilla. They have collected 39 runs from the first 5 overs. And we have seen a great last over from Sanjay Chakraborty. He was nipping the ball away from the right-hander, but in the meantime, it's a good stroke. A lovely stroke through the covers. And it's a boundary. Just a touch of room for Shahriar Ahmed Anando. And he hits Maruful Islam Maruf out of the park for 4 runs. And there was a big gap between cover and long off. He beautifully exploited that gap and earns himself 4 runs. It's a good opening stand by these two batters, Saifullah and Anando. They have to carry on. Anando is batting on 27, so there's no possibility of the retirement after hitting a 50. At least right now, they'll have some time to score runs, and they should take that advantage. Since they are both set, they can score runs freely and fluently. They have to go for the shots. Big gap. Once again, a huge gap between third man and cover. If he goes for the cut shot, he'll be able to pierce. No, he goes for the narrower direction, and yet again, he pierces that gap. That is beautiful. Absolutely wonderful from Anando. His second boundary of this over. And he loves that zone. He loves piercing covers. And 2 men, just look how close they were. Despite that, that's gone straight up. I don't think it will reach the fielder. It doesn't. If there was a mid-on, then it would have been gone for sure. But in last man stands cricket, I don't think you'll see a fielder placed in mid-on, usually. But this has enough wings to fly. It's flying and flies all the way. A majestic way to bring up the team 50. And this time around, it's Ahmed Saifullah who joins the party with Anando. Flighted, tossed up, and dealt with lot of disdain. An expensive over, a big over comes to a close. 16 runs from this Maruf over. A over to forget for him. After 6, it's 55 for none. Yet again, it's Sanjay Chakraborty. Goes down the leg, ill-directed delivery, and he's been penalized for it. It wasn't really expected from someone like him. He had a great first over. But this time around, he goes down the leg side, and the batter takes the full toll of it. Boundary in the first ball, and runs are coming thick and fast for cricketers Comilla. Old boys are under the cosh after these quick hits from the batters. Speaking of last man stands, it's a different format for the amateur cricketers. This game is played more than 20 countries all across the globe, more than 130 cities. You will see last man stands world champs and open tournaments in different countries. We had Malaysia Open last year. We also got to see Thailand Open. Took a bottom edge, and once again it reaches the fence, had enough legs to beat the third man fielder. It's a lightning fast outfield, and if you somehow can get a good connection, it will reach the it will reach the boundary and beat the fielder. It's a fest of runs for cricketers Comilla, and they're partying hard under these circumstances. Nice comeback from Sanjoy Chakraborty. 7 gone, 65 for none, and cricketers Comilla are on the move. So change in bowling for old boys. It's Rana Kumar Roy, and he has been greeted with a good shot, but it finds the fielder at cover. Saifullah loves that zone. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's a sloppy work. Absolutely a school kid kind of a mistake from the bowler. The throw could be better as well. There was lack of communication, and as a result, the batters take an extra run. So a couple from the first delivery. Pitched up, slightly edgy. He sliced it, didn't get the middle of the blade. However, a single will be picked up. So 68 for none. Cricketers Comilla, and runs are coming. It's a really positive sign for them that they're not producing dot deliveries. And this is what pressure does. When you are under the pump, your line and length sometimes can get hampered. That's 6. No question about that. This came from the middle of the blade, and it says, goodbye, I'm gonna fly all the way. Sweet sound of the willow told it all. As soon as he hit it, we all understood that it's gonna fly away. A massive 6 over cow corner. Rana Kumar Roy under extreme pressure in his first over. Uneven bounce. All of a sudden it bumped up. The batter was not really expecting this height. This can be deemed as a good comeback Nonetheless, 10 runs from the first 4 of this Rana Kumar Roy over. That's a cracking stroke. And it's a boundary. The fielder should have done better on that occasion. He had his fingers as well on the ball. Nonetheless, it was spilled out of his hands and ran all the way for 4 runs. An expensive over comes to a close from Rana Kumar Roy. 14 runs from it. After 8, cricketers Comilla are going with the rate of 10 almost. 79 for none. Delicate, sensible cricket, no hurry, playing the balls according to the merit. They know that which ball to hit and which ball to take singles, and they're not wasting any delivery, not eating up dot balls, picking up singles and doubles as much as possible, and hitting away the looseners. Just look at that, it was outside the off stump. Attempt of a dab induced a bottom edge, was looking for a couple as well. Sent back by Shahriar Ahmed Anando. Both the batters are going in great guns. There might be a competition who reaches 50 first, but I don't think this should be in their mind right now. No rush is evident in their approach, going steady and slow, playing according to the situation of the game. And this is why cricket is often called a mind game. You need to use your brain, you need to understand the situation. There should be a couple. This is poor wicket keeping. As a keeper, you should never leave. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Is that a run out? It's not. It's not a run out. But there was complete miscommunication between the batters. There was a double for sure, but denied by one batter. Another one almost crossed over the crease and then had to come back. There was a possibility of run out. Fortunately, very much fortunately for the batting side cricketers Comilla, that the run out didn't really take place. Aerial, but will be safe. There was not really much stroke behind that shot. Just he placed the bat, and that's it. End of the 9th. It's 85 for none. Ahmed Saifullah and Shahriar Ahmed Anando carry on. The expensive Rana Kumar Roy with his second over and starts off well. Oh, that's gone! That's a wicket! My words! That's a brilliant piece of glove work. I was just criticizing the keeper for his mistake because he left the stumps in the last delivery of the last over. But this time around, he has pulled off a blinder. That was really quick. As soon as he collected the ball in his gloves, he broke the stumps, and that brings the end of Saifullah. A great knock comes to a close. He was really close to his 50. Nonetheless, he is on his walk back. That's the first blood that old boys were looking for, and eventually it arrived on the 10th over. Rana Kumar Roy breaks through. It's 85 for 1. Mohammad Shariful Bari Limon. Bit of seam movement on this delivery. Now the question is, will this breakthrough hamper the flow of the runs for cricketers Comilla? They were going all guns blazing. No! Absolutely no! They keep cutting loose. And what a stroke that was! Straight down the ground from the meatiest part of the blade. And that's been hammered by Shahriar Ahmed Anando. He's not gonna die wondering. A bumper. Just lost his partner, Dane Anando. It says, I'm not gonna hang around. I'll go with my shots. And that was a lovely shot. A sweet blow from his willow. He'll retain the strike for the next over. 10 gone. It's 93 for 1. Cricketers Comilla, the double C's. And for the next 5 over, it's my pleasure to invite Akib Amin to the com box.
Thank you, Alif, for handing me the mic. After 10 overs, the score is now 93 for 1. It's been a great start, a great first 10 overs for cricketers Comilla. And Anando, who's batting on 46, is nearing a half century, has played a really, really classy innings so far. We've hardly seen any real shot attempted in anger, but he's raced over to 46 without hardly breaking a sweat. And that too at a good rate, coming off just 26 deliveries. And now he's back on strike to face Sanjoy Chakraborty coming in for his last over. Even before I finish, he finishes his delivery because he's very quick with his run-up. Here's Sanjoy, once again going in with that ploy of offering no real time for the batsman to gauge his thoughts. Once again, he's ready to bowl his second ball. Quick through the air, and the batsman drives it towards that deep cover fielder for a single. Sanjoy. He's bowled very economically so far. He's into his last over, but only given away 16 runs. Going at an economy rate of just 5 runs per over, where the batting side has gone at over 9. Outside the line of off stump, cut away, but he'll find that deep point fielder for a single. And the score is 95 for 1. Pulled away this time, finally pulled away, but straight to the fielder, and he spills it. And once again, that goes for another boundary. Another insult to injury. Not only a dropped catch, but it also costs them 4 runs. And the bowler is very, very disappointed, and so he should be, because we've already seen multiple drop catches, and even though the batsman is not out, he's still leaving the crease because he's completed his 50. So it was a great knock, a really pleasurable knock we witnessed from Anando. We all enjoyed it. He leaves the ground after scoring 51 of just 29 deliveries, and he's done his team great wonders. Bowled outside the line of the off stump, keeping the ball away from the batsman's reach, and Shonjoy finishes his over. He's finished his quota for giving away only 21 runs. He could have had a wicket, but he finishes off his spell. And cricketers Comilla 99 for 1 after 11 overs. Rana Kumar Roy coming in for his third over. Now that's been tucked away on the leg side for an easy single. Limon gets off strike. Both batsmen are new to the crease. Both the openers did a great job, but now cricketers Comilla has to regain their momentum with the two new batsmen in the crease. Roy coming in for his second delivery. Now that's been hit away towards long on for another easy single. Full toss, but the batsman is not able to take full toll of that. Once again, it's been hit away towards that long on fielder for another single. The batsman Limon will be very disappointed. He couldn't put that easy full toss, that juicy full toss away for a boundary. Ooh, that's been pushed away towards that deep long off fielder for a single by Bijli. 4 singles or 4 deliveries so far. It's been proactive batting from both the batsmen. Both very new to the crease. They're getting their eye in and doing a very good job of it. Hit away on the leg side, but again finds the fielder, finds that deep fielder at cow corner, and that ends the 12th over. 5 singles or 5 deliveries, and the score moves to 104 after 12. Shariful body Limon hits it away into that leg side region and finds the gap between square leg and fine leg for an easy boundary to get his innings going. Probably that boundary will just get him going. Limon goes for a big pull, ricochets off the bat. Oh, sorry. Oh, that's been hit towards that deep point fielder for a single. Tried to go straight, I think, but got the outside half of the bat. Hence, the ball didn't go where he intended. But Limon is going to take it. He moves to double figures, goes to 10 of 8 deliveries. Bijli now on strike. Ooh, that's been bowled down the leg side and given as a wide by the umpire. Maruf bowling his second over. He's been very expensive. He's bowled only 8 deliveries so far and has already gone for 22. Ooh, that's been guided away towards that deep point fielder for an easy single by Bijli and brings Limon back on strike. Maruf has been looking to fire it in at the stumps. Once again, targeting the pads. His ploy is to tuck the batsman up, not giving any room outside the line of the off stump. And that ends over number 13 with a score at 114 for 1. We're starting the 14th over, and both the batsmen, I think we had a bit of break for the players just to regroup themselves, maybe recuperate and get their energy back. And it's the second game of Boshundhara City Club. And that's been cut away and straight to that fielder. It was a well-timed shot, but finds the fielder at point for an easy catch. And Bijli, the batsman, dismissed after scoring just 4 runs. And the bowler will take it. It wasn't a good delivery. It was short, it was wide, it was there to be hammered, but the batsman couldn't latch on. And that is the fall of the second wicket just after a break. Sometimes the break disrupts a batsman's concentration, and on this occasion we can definitely say that was the case. A 114 for 2 after 13.1 overs. The batting side, cricketers Comilla has kind of lost a bit of momentum in the last 3-4 overs. They haven't been able to find the boundary all that frequently like they did at the beginning of their innings. And the bowling side slowly, with the 2 openers retired and the fall of 2 wickets, have started to claw their way back into this game. Saddam now coming in, and it's been picked up on the leg side, but again the new batsman finds the fielder in the deep. Ashraful Hussain, who's the new batsman, gets off the mark of the very first ball that he faces. Oh, charges down the track, outside edge. The batsman yoked himself there, but got the outside part of the bat to get it down to third man for a boundary. It was a good delivery by the bowler. He attempted a yorker, but luck was with the batsman. Sometimes fortune favors the brave is what they call, and the batsman gets away with it. Ooh, that's been picked up on the leg side for a huge 6. The moment that it left the bat, we all knew that's going to clear the boundary. That sounded so sweet. What a shot it was from Limon. He moves to 23 now of 11 deliveries. He's now starting to pick up the momentum with 2 boundaries of 2 consecutive deliveries. Now, all of a sudden, cricketers Comilla looks like have found their lost rhythm. I think we have lost the ball, and the umpires are spending a bit of time maybe looking to collect a new ball, and we're ready once again for the last ball. Ooh, that's been hit towards long off. Now he also clears the long off boundary. That was a classy 6 over long off, over through the offside. Picked up. It was a classical off drive. And that ends the 14th over, taking the score to 131 for 2. And Limon is starting to rock along. Push through the offside towards that cover fielder. Sorry, beg your pardon, long off fielder for a single. And the way Limon is going, I think there's a clear instruction to Ashfaq that just give him the strike for the moment. Ooh, it goes down the track. But this time he clears the boundary once again. There was an opportunity for a catch. Maybe someone a bit taller than the fielder might have had a better opportunity. But once again, it's another 6 for Limon, who moves to 35 now of just 13 deliveries. This is an excellent cameo to get cricketers Comilla back on track in pursuit of a big score. Ooh, it goes down the ground once again, and once again it hits the side screen. Another 6. He's just hitting sixes at ease, hitting sixes for fun. All of a sudden, we're looking down the barrel at a score of over 200, especially with the way Limon is going. It's moved to 41 of just 14 deliveries, reaching near his half century. It's up in the air, but I don't think the fielders will get to it. It lands between two fielders, and the batsmen are coming back for two, and they get two. When you're playing with such bravery, when you're playing with such freedom, luck tends to go your way as well. That's down the leg side, given a wide by the umpire. It's been firing it down the leg side. It's bowling it very flat. Picked up on the leg side. Another 6 for Limon, who takes him to 50 of just 17 deliveries. What an innings! A standing ovation from everyone. We've just witnessed a special knock from Limon, who finishes, goes off the ground after scoring 50 of just 17 deliveries, and he's given his team a seriously good platform to launch in the last 5 overs, the last exciting 5 overs. As we can see, he's standing, he's giving a bit of pose for the cameraman, and we are reaching the exciting death overs. And in the death overs, Alif will be joining you guys.
Thank you so much, Akib. Ashfaq Hussain does go over the top, straight back over the bowler's head, and fetches a single. So we are going to the business end of this innings and hoping that there will be a lot of runs in this belter. The first game has proved that this pitch is a belter for the batters, and even 200 is not a safe score unless you bowl well. From the edge, should be cut off. It is cut off. The drawback for the cricketers Comilla side is they have 2 new batters in the middle. The last batter went off was Limon after completing his 50. That's a mistimed shot. Should be taken. The fielder is under it. And it, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. He makes a hash of a thing and drops down the catch. This is really poor stuff. A clumsy stuff from the fielder. Ashfaq Hussain gets a second life. Pitched up. Helaluddin Ahmed Khoka just misses out. That was not the right line to play that shot. The ball was going away from the right-hander, but he stayed inside the line. Once again, similar result, almost a replay of the previous delivery. Same line, same length, same sort of movement, and exactly the same shot the batter attempted. So this completes the 16th over. After 16, it's 156 for 2. Maruful Islam Maruf concedes a single in the second delivery. This is going to be the last over of his quota, and he has been really expensive. 49 runs. Once again, the batter charges down the pitch. Will he be able to beat the fielder? He is able to beat the fielder. That's a boundary for Hilaluddin Hamid Khoka. Not the most convincing looking shot from his willow. Nonetheless, the ball had enough power to beat that fielder from long off. And once again, I must say the fielder should have done better. He could have dived, he could have gone down more to save the boundary, but it seemed like he gave up after seeing the crunchy shot from Khoka. The score moves up to 161 from the edge. True third man. There is a man at the edge of the boundary, and the boundary rider does well, but the throw isn't good enough. And for this overthrow, an extra run will be added to the card. So 3 runs from this delivery. They're leaking runs every way possible. All boys return. They need to return to the game. Good delivery, flight and turn. It's spun away from the right-hander. So this is the completion of the 17th over and the completion of Maruf's quota as well. A bad day at office for him. 56 runs from 4 overs. It's 164 for 2. From the inside part of the blade, it will result in a single. So Khoka just gets off the strike and brings Ashfaq Hussain to the striking end. He's coming from over the wicket is Mahmudul Hassan. Let's see, where does he go? Will he go away from the left-hander? He does go away, and that's a delectable looking deft touch from Ashfaq Hussain. Effortless, easy as you like. He didn't even move an inch, just placed his bat, used the pace of the ball, timed it well, and the ball did the rest. It had a long run before reaching the boundary ropes. 4 runs for cricketers Comilla, and the production of runs continue for them. Was looking for a big shot, misses out. They should eye for the second run. They should come back, and they are safely home Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Will there be a thrice? There is going to be a thrice. This is harakiri. This is complete harakiri from fielders. And the fielding is a sector where they need to improve a lot. Old boys, return. Please do return with some good fielding for it. These are not gonna help. Pitched up. Just a simple stroke to cross over the pitch for a single. This is commendable batting performance from the double C's. The batters have been exemplary. From the word go, they have been batting with a lot of class, and just look at that. There was a full toss offered and the batters took the advantage of it. That's what you need to do. Pick up singles and doubles in the good deliveries and hammer the freebies. "18 overs gone, 177 for 2, and will we have another 200 in the second game of the day? Have to wait for it." So the penultimate over begins with a wide delivery, but the umpire thought it was within the line. The batter was expecting this one to be called as a wide. He drives it through covers, but there is a protection. It's 178 for 2. Zakaria Saddam picked up a wicket. Goes wide. Once again pitches it up. Was looking for a wide Yorker probably, and got that too. Good reply from Ashraf Hussain, but he has kept things tight as possible. 3 singles on the trot. From the first 4 deliveries, only 3 runs from the penultimate over, and this is turning out to be a great over from old boy's perspective. Zakaria has been really good, and he's hardly giving time to batters. Just look how fast he's returning to his bowling mark after delivering a ball, but this is unfortunate. Streaky for Ashfaq Hussain, and he gets 4 runs due to fortune. Frustrating for Zakaria Saddam. A really good over gets spoiled for an unfortunate boundary. 7 runs from the penultimate over. 184 for 2, and we are just 5 balls away to complete the first innings. Once again, a good delivery to commence the final over of the game. Right at the block hole. The batter just digs it out and picks up a single. Change of bats for the batters. Let's see whether this can bring the change of result for them, because they will look for boundaries. And the skipper is also shouting from the dugout that go for the big shots. Try to score 200. Good delivery, good ball. That's a very good ball. A wide Yorker from Mahmudul Hassan, and he has done that with the perfection. Once again, he goes for the same delivery, and the batter picks up a single. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Will they come back for the double? Yes, they do. This is great piece of running between the wickets and good presence of mind as well. As soon as he saw the fielder was a bit lazy and the throw will take some time to reach the keeper, he started running, and good response from the partner as well. Really commendable from cricketers Comilla. Bit wide, the bowler is in disbelief. He thought he was within the line, but the umpire didn't. But this has been great display of death over bowling from Mahmudul Hassan. Perhaps one of the best death bowling overs I'm witnessing in last man stands cricket. From the edge, and it should run away. It does. Boundary for Ashfaq Hussain. In the same fashion, he obtained a boundary in the previous over too. And the boundaries are and the boundaries are coming thick and fast for Ashfaq Hussain. And that was a wrong ploy, I must say, because he was going for that wide Yorker, but the third man fielder was in a squarish position, so there was also there is always a risk. In the air, fielder underneath takes the catch. Wicket in the ultimate delivery of this innings. Nonetheless, it's a scintillating batting performance from the double C's. Cricketers Comilla ends the first innings after collecting 192 on the board. And it's certainly a good score in this ground. But the bowlers can't get complacent. They have to bowl well and keep things tight for wrapping up with a victory. Because we have seen in the first game that 199 has been chased down by the team which batted second. So that's it from the first innings of the second game of the day. We will be right back after a short break. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us.
Welcome everyone for the second innings of the second game of the last man standing, powered by Ace, and we are already seen a very exciting first innings. Scored 100. We saw a score of 192, and now Old Boys Return have started their innings. Now the question is, will we have another nail biter today? We already had a thrilling finish in the first game of today's match. But Old Boys Return will be looking to replicate what we saw in the first game. You've already seen that this pitch is a belter, so even though the target is big. Oh, that's picked up on the leg side by Sanjoy Chakraborty, and that has been picked up well clear of the boundary, well clear of the fielder, and that's gone for a 6. That shows that Old Boys Return is going to attack, and going to attack from the very first over. Ranakumar Roy is back on strike now. Looks to go through the offside, but slices it to that deep point fielder for a single. Old Boys Return have to take on the bowling from the very get-go because the target is big. But they can take heart, but every team that has batted on the surface so far has gone over 190. So it suggests that this is a very good pitch. Again, played with soft hands on the offside for an easy single. They're looking for a second, going for that second, and they comfortably make it to end the first over, which costs 12. And that is the end of the first over. The score is 12 for none. Down the leg side on the pads, but the batsman misses out. Ranakumar Roy will be disappointed because that was a ball perfectly placed. There is no fielder at deep fine legs, so he could have had an easy boundary there. Again down the leg side, and this time eyes on the umpire, but there is no signal of a wide. And the two batsmen cross over for a single, for a bye. And a bit looks like both the batsmen are a bit disappointed maybe. I thought that it might have been a wide. A bit of pause in play, but Sanjoy Chakraborty is back on strike. Ooh, that's flicked it away towards that fine leg fielder who misses the ball. Tried to stop it with his feet, but fails to do so, and that goes away for another boundary to take the score to 17, beg your pardon, after 1.3 overs. That was a loose delivery on the pads, got what it deserved. It's been hit straight back to the bowler. A good delivery, offering no width to the batsman. That is the ploy in LMS cricket, especially in the first few overs. Looking for wickets, you have to target the stumps. Any width on both sides of the wicket will be dealt with. Oh, that's an attempted bouncer. It hits the batsman and ricochets for a single. I hope the batsman Sanjay Chakraborty is okay. That was an attempted bumper, which normally you don't see much in LMS cricket. That brings an end to that second over, and the score is 18 for none. Sanjay Chakraborty on strike for the third over. Hits down the ground and will get an easy single. Abu Musa Beasley is the new bowler. Beasley missed out with the bat today. I think scored only 4 runs, so will be looking to cover it up with his bowling. A slightly slingy action delivery. Outside edge, but goes straight to the third man fielder for a single. Sanjay Kumar has been the real danger so far for cricketers Comilla, who has really took on the bowling. He's already raced to 15 of just 8 deliveries. And that's been played with soft hands on the offside, looking for a second, but the batsman loses his stepping, but the second batsman is coming back, and there's a chance for an overthrow, and they take advantage of that overthrow. Even though Sanjay Chakraborty lost his balance, fell on the ground, but was still able to come back for a second because of the sloppiness of the fielding side. Flicked away on the leg side, looking for that pickup shot, but not enough connections. Hence, they will only get 1. But there's a misfield which allows the second run to be completed. It has been quite sloppy work so far. We've already seen 2 free runs given away due to lethargic fielding in this over. And the fielders have to tighten up. Again, Beasley with his slingy action bowls it on the stumps, but the batsman plays it with soft hands to get a single of the very last ball of the over. That ends the third over, and the score is 25 for none. Shariful Islam Limon continues. Only conceded 4 runs of his first over, and he was very, very explosive today with the bat. Scored a 50 of just 17 deliveries, and now is coming back to contribute with the ball. Once again, bowling very tightly, offering no width to the batsman whatsoever to free their arms, and produces another dot delivery. It has been excellent performance so far by Limon, only given away 5 runs from the 7 deliveries that he's bowled so far. (26) after 3.2 overs. At That's been picked up well. Now that is going to clear the boundary for an easy 6 over cow corner. Old boys return needed that because in the last couple of overs they didn't get the boundaries that they needed, but this 6 will definitely ease the pressure and bring some momentum back into this innings. Another pickup shot, but this time he's not got a hold of it, and it's an opportunity for a catch, but the fielder misses. An easy catch grasped. Limon could have had a wicket there, but we've already seen a lot of drop catches today, and that adds to the tally. 3.4 overs in, and the score is 34. And Old Boys Return should have lost their first wicket, but it's not the case. Oh, once again, ball targeting the stumps. The batsman blocks it straight back to the bowler. And that ends the 4th over with the score being 34 for none. Beasley back for his second over. Bowls a wide delivery. It was an opportunity for a bye, but no damage done in the end. Beasley continuing with his slingy action. Runs up. Has a very slightly longish run up compared to the other bowlers. But interesting part is that he's got that slingy action. And kind of has a run up kind of look like Rubel Hussain. And that's been picked up. Picked up for another 6. Over cow corner. Another classy looking shot from Sanjay Chakraborty, who moves to 28 of just 14 deliveries, going at a strike rate of 200. And that was another very well timed shot, maintaining his balance, maintaining his shape, and timing it to perfection. Short and wide, but Sanjay misses out on this occasion. It was with Beasley has a very similar run-up to that of Rubel Hussain from Bangladesh. Loads up a bit like has got a crouch and then runs up like Rubel and has a slightly slingy action. And that's been hit away around the cow corner region for a boundary this time. We've seen 6s being hit to that corner, region by Sanjay, but this time around it was hit all along the carpet. And Old Boys Return move on to 45 for none after 4.3 overs. Sanjay really prefers that cow corner region, loves to drag everything from outside off to leg, and I think one of the ploys that the bowling team could employ is try to bowl wide outside the line of off stump, because he loves peppering that offside region. Picked up once again towards fine leg, but there's a fielder to restrict it to a single, and Sanjay moves to 33. And it's a great start by Old Boys Return. The perfect platform to chase down this big 193 that they're looking for. We've already seen every team that has batted so far on this pitch has gone past 190. So they can take heart from that. Once again, picked up on the leg side this time from Rana Kumar Roy. Replicates the shot that Sanjay was playing, and he too replicates the same result. And that ends the 5th over with the score being 52 for none. And there will be a change here at the com box. Alif Tasneem will be taking over the mic.
Thank you so much, Akib. It's been a rollicking start for Old Boys return. From the first 5 overs, they have been able to manage 52 runs, just what the doctor ordered. They have to avoid playing some unnecessary shots. Right from the word go, they have been sensible. So they have to understand that boundaries are on the cards and there's no need of playing unnecessary shots which are uncalled for. Pitched up, that'll bring a single for the Old Boys. The second game of the day is taking place between Old Boys Returns and Cricketers Comilla. You are watching Bosundhara Sports City Last Man Stands Dhaka League, powered by Ace. Use of the feet came down the pitch, but misses out. After seeing the feet movement of the batter, the bowler pushed the ball wide outside the off stump, but it was too wide. That the umpire signaled it as a wide, so he has to re-bowl that. That's a better delivery. Pitched up, but we saw a bit of extra bounce, which beats the bat of Sanjay Chakraborty. In pursuit of 193, Old Boys did have a good outing. Oh my goodness. That's a sloppy miss from the fielder, and that goes away for a boundary. Sanjay Chakraborty moves to his 40s, and at the end of the 6th over, the scores are 62 for none. So after 6 overs, we're going for a prayer break since it's Friday here at Bangladesh. So we will be right back after the Juma prayer break. Till then, pray safe and goodbye for now. Welcome back, people. We are all set to resume the game just after the Jumma prayer. You are watching Boshundhara Sports City Last Man Stands Dhaka League, powered by Ace and sponsored by T Sports. Now the question is, since we had a long break, will the rhythm of Old Boys Return go on like as it was going right before the break? They were going in great guns. The scoring rate was also better than average. But will they be able to keep that rate and go like that rate as it was just prior to the break? 65 with this single. In fact, 64 without losing any wicket. Rana Kumar Roy is trying to anchor the innings, but this time around he tried to be a bit aggressive. As we head for the last delivery of the 7th. Sweeps it hard and finds the gap as well. Just beats the fielder who was trying to stop the ball with his legs. Sanjay Chakraborty inches closer to his 50 as the 7th over gets completed. After 7, it's 69 for none. Shahriar Ahmed Anando with his second over was expensive in his first, and he gets the first breakthrough. Rattles the stumps, and Rana Kumar Roy needs to go off. Was looking for a big hoik into the onside, missed the line completely, and found his stumps rattled. Anando has the first blood and breaks the solid opening stun. It's 69 for 1. Old Boys return. Worked away into the onside. The new batter is Ikramul Haq Chaudhary. Straight away, he gets off the mark. So the double C's, they have got the much needed breakthrough for what they were striving for. And this will certainly help them to cut down the run flow of Old Boys. That's a good effort by the bowler. Certainly has saved a single for the sake of his team. That's a big swing, but doesn't quite get the hold of it. It will result in a single. So runs are coming, but the pace of the runs has certainly diminished a little. But still, it's a mountain to climb for Old Boys return. 112 runs to score from 61 deliveries. A single to complete the 8th. It's 72 for 1. So Tanvir Akash for his second over. Just gearing up and looking at the field position. The left arm spinner already delivered an over, and he's been greeted with a boundary. The first ball that's been swept cleanly as a whistle and beautifully pierced that onside gap to run away for 4 runs. That is delicate from Ikramul Haq Chaudhary. First sign of aggression from his willow. A loud appeal, but shake of head from the umpire. The bowler was really excited and confident about it, but the keeper wasn't. He somehow echoed initially and then withdrew his appeal later on. Once again flighted, drags it into the onside. Last man stands. It's a different format of playing cricket for the amateur cricketers. It's played more than 20 countries all across the globe. Played and missed. Was looking for an expensive hoik. The batters are going across the line on most of the occasions, as we see another instance of that case. They should rather play straight batted shots, and there is a big gap at the cover region too. So it's better to play that cover drive, but this late cut will also be fruitful for Old Boys return. Just a slice of the bat, and that runs down to the deep third for 4 runs. So boundary to complete the 9th over. Ends the over in a very high note. After 9, it's 82 for 1. That's clipped off the pads for a single to commence the 10th over. Ananda continues. Picked up a wicket in the previous over, and he'll be hoping to pick up more wickets. In the meantime, Sanjay Chakraborty hits his 50 with this single. A good innings comes to a close. 50 from 28 deliveries. He had a flying start, although the rate of scoring got diminished in the middle overs. And as per the rule of last man stands cricket, Sanjay Chakraborty has to walk back to the hut. He can bat, of course, in the later part of the innings, but for that, he has to wait till the very last partnership of his batting side. That's pulled away towards mid wicket. Bit of fumble as well from the fielder. Fortunately, that doesn't cost an extra run. '84 on the board in the loss of 1 wicket, and the provider of that breakthrough, Anando, is in action. Can he deliver another one? Attempt of a cut shot, but missed. That was not the right height to connect that ball. It was way above the bat, and Wakil Khan misses out. Down the leg. Once again, a single will be fetched. So it's been a great comeback by cricketers Comilla. Old boys returned. They were going in great guns at one stage. But after the prayer break, I was just suspecting that there might be a break of the rhythm, and that really has transpired. A dot to complete the 10th. After 10 overs, it's 85 for 1. Old boys returns. They are feeling the heat, and they have to score 108 runs from the last 10. There will be a change of ends on the ground, and in the comm box, there will be a change of voice too. Let's welcome the exciting Akib Amin for the next 5 overs.
Wakil Khan is on strike. And that's been cut away delicately towards that third man boundary. The fielder tries to stop it with his foot, but on the second attempt, he somehow manages to. And it was very, very awkward, that effort from the fielder. It was very embarrassing in some sense, but somehow he manages to stop that ball from going to the boundary, and the batsman crossover for 2 runs. Wakil Khan has just come into the crease. At the moment, just looking to knock it around for singles and doubles. Looking for a second here, but the fielder was quick to gather the ball. Hence, there's no opportunity. Ikramul Haq Chaudhary is batting on 12 of 8 deliveries, going at a good rate, at 150 strike rate. But I think at this point, they will need more than that, because the required run rate, as we see, is well over 12 runs per over. It's almost 13 per over. So, even a strike rate of 150 is not enough at this point. They have to go at over 200. And because they have wickets in hand, this is the ideal time, I think, for them to press on the accelerator. Because later on, it's going to be very difficult if they leave too much for the end overs. short and wide. Signal to wide by the umpire. The bowler, the off spinner, Saifullah bowling now, and he's looking to keep the ball away from the hitting arc of the batsman. He's looking to bowl it wide. Bowl straight, hits the pads, but the umpire doesn't respond. Probably, I think that was a bit too high. The ball spinning in. Batsman had the right ploy. He went for the slog sweep with the spin. Couldn't make contact, but I guess it was just a bit too high to be given LBW. Wide outside the line of the off stump, dragged towards long on. The fielder feels it, but the batsmen are coming back for two, and they make it comfortably. Once again, the bowler bowling it wide, knowing that the batsman will be looking for that slog sweep. He did, but in the end, it was a good over from Saifullah. Only 7 runs conceded, and the score after 11 overs is 92 for 1. Bijli comes back for his third over. Like I said, mentioned before, an action quite similar to that famous Rubel Hussain, but this time he bowls it down the leg side, and that's been clipped away to the boundary by Ekramul Haq Chaudhary. He moves to 17 of 10 deliveries. That was a poor delivery. When you're bowling with a slingy action, sometimes it becomes difficult to control your line and length. And Bijli, on this occasion, giving a freebie to the batsman. And the batting side require a lot of boundaries at this point because the required run rate. If you look at balls per runs. Picked on the leg side, flicked away, chance for a catch, and it's been taken in the deep. A simple catch to that fielder, looking for a double play, but in the end, the batsman will have to leave his crease. That's the fall of the second wicket with Ekramul Haq Chaudhary gone for 17. He was looking good. It looked like that he had found his rhythm. He had found momentum. But now he has to make the long walk back. Old boys return, lose their second wicket at the score of 96. Shibli once again bowling to the new batsman Debashish Kumar Var Debas, who gets off the mark. He almost handed back a cotton bolt, but it was a bit short on the half volley to Shibli, and the batsman crossed over for a single run. 97 for 2 is the score, with 96 required of 42 deliveries. Down the leg side, called a wide, rightfully called a wide by the umpire. With wickets in hand, this is the time for Old Boys' return to really give a big charge, because later on it's going to be very difficult if they don't put the foot on the accelerator now. Tucked away, bowled into the body. It was an attempted bouncer which got big on the batsman. He manages to tuck it away on the leg side for an easy single. Once again tucked away on the leg side, looking for a second, both the batsmen. And they're going for the second, and it's going to be an easy 2 runs because the fielder at square leg had to cover a lot of ground to his right, and that gave ample opportunity, ample time for the batsman to come back for a second. Slogged away on the leg side, looking for that gap, but won't find that. And the batsman cross over for a single. Yeah, it's the right ploy, but the off spinner bowling in. Spinning the ball back into the right, both the right-handers. The slog sweep is the go-to shot, hitting with the spin and to that cow corner region. Most batsmen prefer that region when they go for the boundaries. Once again, sweep shot employed, but there was a brush of the pads, hence it's not given as a wide by the umpire. This is good. This is good period for cricketers Comilla. They're putting the pressure on Old Boys' return. Once again, another attempted sweep shot, but this time he finds the gap behind square leg towards that wide-ish fine leg region. It was a very good employed pull shot. Looks like both the batsmen have decided that against the spin off spinner, sweeping is the way to go. Charges down the track, goes down the ground, looking for a boundary and gets the boundary. Beats the long on fielder, who's very wide at the moment, to his left. And it was a good ploy to go straight down the ground, because he knew if he can go, if the angle is straight, he can beat that fielder at long on. That's been played with soft hands through the offside, looking for a second, but isn't available at the moment. And the score after 13 overs is Nelson at the loss of 2 wickets. Again, Bijli returns, and it's been signaled as a no ball. It was wide outside the line of the off stump, and it's going to be a free hit. A good opportunity for Debashish Kumar Bar Debas to get his innings going. He's already batting on 13 of 7 deliveries. We saw him playing a good executive sweep shot in the last over for a boundary to that spinner. But now with the fast bowler in, I think this free hit is a golden opportunity for him to find some rhythm in the innings. Debashish, I think he'll go for that Yorker length delivery at the moment. No, it's a half volley, but the batsman misses out. It was right in the slot, and Debashish will be seriously disappointed with himself because it was there, it was in the slot. He went for that big hoik, but just wasn't able to connect. The asking rate is getting to alarming territories now, with 81 required of 34 deliveries. Bijliye once again. Outside edge and flies away to that vacant third man region for 4. This is what old boys return need. They need a bit of new life in this innings. And Debashish at the moment is trying his best to provide that momentum that they require, because going into the death overs, they cannot leave too many to get. It's going to be too much pressure for the newcomers, upcoming batsmen, and for the batsmen in the middle. That was a good, well-executed Yorker, and it's been pushed away through the offside. The fielder uses his legs to stop the ball, and it was good relay work to retrieve the ball, but the batsmen have ample time to come back for a second run. Cut away this time, finds the gap, goes to the left of that long point fielder. Was sliced away, intentionally played late so that he can find the gap and he can get the ball to the left of point. It was well executed, had the fielders in mind where the fielders are placed. So it's good, intelligent, smart batting by Debashish, who moves to 23 of 11 deliveries. Goes down the ground this time, looking to beat the long off fielder, and he beats the long off fielder. That was very, very sloppy work. Tried to use his feet and completely missed the ball, couldn't even lay a foot on it. And hence, old boys return, get another boundary with the equation required now 67 of 30 deliveries. Wakil Khan now batting on 10 of 10. Now he needs to up the ante, because going at a strike rate of 100 at the moment is nowhere near enough. Tanvir goes for a big hoik, but the spin, Tanvir getting some spin here. The spin was enough to beat the bat. And it's going to be difficult to go after the left arm spinner because you're going against the turn. The right-hander on strike. It's the right ploy to get the left-arm spinner bowling now with two right-handers batting. So hitting against the spin, accessing that cow corner region is not very easy. So it's going to be interesting to see what Wakil does, because he's struggling to get a move on. Down the leg side this time, but it's missed by the keeper, and it's going to be 5 wide. It's very disappointing for the fielding side. Cricketers Comilla, they have been bowling very sharply, but these 5 freebies it's gonna help Old Boys return very dearly. Now the equation has come down to 62 required of 29 deliveries, which is actually in touching distance now. Because in the first game of today, we saw that the batting side was able to score a lot of runs in the back 5 overs. So wickets in hand makes anything possible. Tossed up outside the line of off stump, goes through that offside region, but there is sweeper cover in the deep boundaries to restrict the batsman to only single. There's an opportunity for an overthrow, and that was very, very clumsy by the bowler. He took it for granted, was very lethargic, and let an extra run slip by. And we're entering that business phase now, and the fielding side has to be at the top of their game. Once again, looking to play that cut. It's been flat batted straight to that deep sweeper cover fielder once again for a single. So Tanvir is not looking to spin the ball at the moment. He's looking to bowl it flat, targeting the stumps, not letting the batsman get under the ball. That is the ploy of Tanvir for the moment. Now will he toss it up? No, he's bowling it flat, bowling it outside the line of the off stump, not letting the batsman go over cow corner. Charging down the track, goes straight, but there's hardly any distance, and the bowler misses a cotton bowled opportunity, and the batsman come back for a second run. At first glance, it looked like it's going to go and cover a lot of ground, but it only went straight up in the air, and the bowler missed a simple opportunity. And that ends the 15th over with the score at 136, and we are just about to enter the business phase of the innings, and Alif Tasnim will take you to the end of this game.
Thank you so much, Akib. After 15, it's 136 for 2. Shafayat Hossain Alex for the next over. The righter medium pacer. Old Boys return. They need 56 of 24, and it's very much gettable considering the fact that they have 6 wickets in their hand, and Sanjay Chakraborty is not out. Their star batter scored a 50. So if he comes to bat later on, that can be an extra advantage for Sanjay. 138 for 2. Old Boys return. Use of the feet. Advances down the pitch. That's in the gap. The fielder from long off comes and cuts it off. The batters were thinking of a second run, but denied by Wakil Khan. 193 for 2. Old Boys return. Feet movement, and the bowler did the right thing. He delivered a wide delivery, just widened the line of the ball, and that was not in the reach of the batter to negotiate. So it will result in a single, the last delivery. Certainly a successful over from Shafayat Hossain Alex. Only 5 runs from it. After 16, it's 141 for 2. It's Tanvir Akash with his final over. And he gets a wicket. He gets rid of Wakil Khan in the very first ball he delivers. That's a good piece of glove work from the keeper behind the stumps. And that's the end of Wakil Khan. The fall of the third wicket for Old Boys return. They're gradually losing the grip of the game with time. It's 141 for 3. It's Mahmudul Hassan. Had a great last over in the bowling innings. Now has been deployed with a willow in hand. That's a dab towards deep third. A perfect dab, and will that fetch a boundary? No, it doesn't. The fielder does really well to stop the ball. Saved 2 runs for his team. Did the fielder, and it's 144 for 3. Old Boys return. Stayed a little low. Once again for a single. This is good tight bowling from the bowlers of Cricketers Comilla. They have barely given chances to the batters of Old Boys return to reconstruct the innings and play some lusty blows. That hasn't been the case. Was looking for a ramp shot. Missed out. 145 for 3. Old Boys return. It's Shoriful by Limon, who has been brought back into the attack. The right-handed seamer had a short spell of 2 overs in the first half, and now has been deployed to deliver one of the death overs. The gap between the run and the ball is increasing after every delivery, and the batters are missing out opportunities of hitting boundaries and over boundaries too. Singles and doubles won't really help the batters. They have to hit the boundaries, and that's what the doctor is ordering currently. From the edge, and that's through the gap. A welcome boundary for Old Boy's return, and a boundary after a long time. This brings up the 150 for Old Boys. It's 152 for 3. First boundary from the blade of Mahmudul Hassan. That's clipped off the pads. A single to complete the 18th over. It's 153 for 3. Oh my goodness, there could be an opportunity, but the keeper missed out, and it's gone for a boundary. Streaky runs for Old Boy's return. Nonetheless, absolutely precious, and they can deem themselves in the game despite being out of the game for a long time, because 36 runs to score from 9 boundaries will be needed, and they have got 1 in the first ball of the 19th over. That's a big strike. That will travel the distance. A counter punch from Mahmudul Hassan, and all of a sudden the pendulum has started to swing. 30 runs to get from the last 8, and it seems possible for Old Boys under these circumstances to win the game. Was looking for a scoop, doesn't quite get the connection. Good delivery. Kind of a butterfly slower. Late release from his fingers, and the batter misreads the pace. A good comeback from Shahriar Ahmed Anando. Cracked away through the offside. Straight to the man. A single to complete the 19th over. It's 164 for 3. 29 runs to get from the last over. And this is certainly gettable. Because you have to remember, if the very last delivery of any innings goes for a 6, that is counted as a 12. So it's gettable to score 28 runs. Let's see what transpires. The assignment of the last over belongs to Shoriful Bari Limon. Slower delivery to kickstart. That's over the top. That's 6. What a start to this over. Mahmudul Hassan, take a bow. Courtesy to him that old boys are still fighting. They haven't given up. And 23 runs to score from the last 4. Will we have a cracking finish? Will we have something unexpected? Let's see. We have to wait for it. It's 170 for 3. Old boys return. Plays and a miss. Plays and misses. He's utterly frustrated with himself. Just look at his body language. He's so grumpy with himself. He was looking to pull the ball, but then he thought he should have cut it. That's gone straight up. A fielder is under it. Oh my goodness, he drops the catch. "22 runs to get from the last 2. Is this the end of the hope for old boys' return? The bowler may go for a back of a length delivery. He does go for it. Clips it off the pads. It will run away. It does run away for 4 runs. But they won't be bothered. Cricketers Comilla, they know that it's not possible to score 18 runs from a legal delivery. It's possible to score 12, because if the last delivery goes for a 6, 12 runs are given to the batting side. Last ball. Short. That's a slice. So that's it. That's the end of the second game, where Cricketers Comilla beat Old Boys Return by 16 runs. Old Boys had a great fight back despite conceding 190 with the ball in the first innings. But that break really shattered their momentum. and they fell apart. So that's the conclusion, where the Double C's win the game by 16 runs. To congratulations to them and commiserations to Old Boys Return. We will be back with the third and the final game of the day. Till then, stay safe.